If a man was to see that he is overly focused on his mother, he can wonder why he is this way. But if he is behaving more like her parent than her son, it is to be expected he would be confused. He can spend a lot of time doing things for her and listening to her problems and providing emotional support. As a result of what he does for her, he is not going to have much time and energy for his own life. He will then be an individual, but it will be as though his sole purpose is to meet his mother's needs, not his own. If he has a job, it might not be very fulfilling, and he might have been doing the same thing for years. And if he is in a relationship, he might not have much time for his girlfriend. His girlfriend could then spend a lot of time feeling ignored and as though she doesn't matter to him. Still, as destructive as it will be for him to ignore himself and be there for his mother, he can find that he can't just change his behavior. The pull to be there for her and sacrifice himself can be so strong that it is as if she is in control of him. This will be what feels comfortable to a big part of him and seen as the right thing for him to do. If he were to speak to his mother about what is going on and how he no longer wants to be focused on her, he might not get very far. This can be a time when his mother won't listen to what he has to say, and she may even criticize him. If this takes place, she won't treat him like someone who has value and the right to live his own life. Deep down, she can believe that her son is her possession and that she is entitled to his time and energy. This will show that it is not possible for her to accept that he is a separate being who has his own life to lead. Assuming that she sees him as her possession and as being here to meet her needs, it is likely to show that she is developmentally stunted. At an emotional level, she probably hasn't moved beyond the stage of a toddler. A toddler, by being at the narcissistic stage of development, sees other people as an extension of themselves and as being there to meet their needs. However, if a toddler receives the right attunement and care that they need, they will grow out of this stage. With this in mind, as his mother can't accept that he is not part of her and is not here to meet her needs, it is likely to show that she didn't receive what she needed to move beyond this stage of her development. Due to this, a big part of her will see him as her parent, not her son. As this is how she sees him now, it is also likely to be how she saw him practically from the moment that he was born. Irrespective of whether she was consciously aware of this, he would have represented someone who would give her what she needed but didn't receive as a child. As the years went by, she would have expected more from him, with him being placed into the role of an attuned, caring, and selfless parent. It would be easy to say that she gradually molded him into the father that she didn't have, but it is unlikely to be this black and white. The reason for this is that if she didn't grow beyond around 3 years of age, there would have also been the part that her mother played. Ultimately, she would have expected a lot from her son and given him very little. He might have generally had the clothes he needed, had enough to eat, and somewhere to live, but that might have typically been about it. Not receiving the attunement and care that he needed would have greatly deprived and deeply wounded him. The trouble was that, as he was powerless and dependent on his mother for his survival, he had to adapt to her and become who she wanted him to be. Thus, he would have lost touch with his connected, true self and developed a disconnected and outer-directed false self. Many, many years will have passed since he was a powerless and dependent boy, but what is clear is that he still has the need to be who his mother forced him to be from a very young age. If he had received the love that he needed to be able to develop a strong sense of self and wasn't deeply traumatized as a child, he probably would be able to live his own life. For him to live his own life and realize that he is not here to provide his mother with what her parent or parents couldn't, he will have a lot of inner work to do. This will take courage, patience, and persistence. If you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk, and I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.